Every day, brands see what physicians prescribe, but not why they pass over the better option. Meet Derin, an adaptive conversational AI platform powered by behavioral science that uncovers the beliefs, habits, and friction behind how physicians actually prescribe, turning human understanding into commercial action. Here's the problem. Ruxolitinib cream is the only topical JAK inhibitor approved for mild to moderate eczema, with efficacy that matches or beats mid-potency steroids and none of the skin thinning risk. Yet topical steroids still dominate, and your brand needs to know why. Derin runs a hybrid interview with practicing physicians. It opens with structured questions: how often they see eczema, what they prescribe first line, and whether they even have heard of ruxolitinib. Then those answers feed the conversation. A physician who is aware of ruxolitinib but has never prescribed it is asked, in their own words, what drives that? They point to step therapy, and Derin probes further. Is the friction the administrative burden, or that the delay pushes them to reach for something else? The physician reveals it's the delay. They default to a steroid rather than fight a prior authorization. That is not a knowledge gap, it's an access barrier. And it's exactly what your brand can act on. Now let's move into the analytics view, where these conversations scale. You get the full picture: descriptive analytics on your physician sample, question-by-question breakdowns, and transcripts you can read end to end. But the capability that matters most here is thematic analysis. Derin automatically reads every open-ended response and clusters it into the barriers to prescribing. No analyst hand-coding transcripts for weeks. Here they are: step therapy and prior authorization friction, cost and coverage concerns, entrenched habit with topical steroids, uncertainty about what ruxolitinib fits, and lingering safety perceptions carried over from oral JAK warnings. Click into the biggest one: step therapy friction, and Derin goes deeper: the sentiment breakdown, a plain language read on what it means for your brand, and the verbatim physician quotes behind it, each linked to the full transcript. In doctors' own words, the issue is not efficacy. They believe it works. It is that the path to prescribing it is slower than reaching for a steroid. That tells you the barrier is access, not persuasion. And every theme carries a commercial implication: the message to land, the audience to reach, the channel to use, built from how physicians actually decide. That depth gets even faster with Chat with Data. Instead of waiting on an analyst, your brand team just asks. They type, among physicians aware of ruxolitinib but not prescribing it, what is the single biggest barrier? And is it perception or access? Derin queries the dataset in real time and answers. The dominant barrier is access, not belief. Most non-prescribers are convinced of the efficacy, but deterred by step therapy and prior authorization. Every point backed by direct physician quotes you can open and verify. The implication is a strategy decision. Your highest return is payer and access work, smoothing step therapy, not another efficacy message physicians already accepted. That used to take weeks of market research. Here it is in 30 seconds. So what does Derin give a brand team? It tells you which physicians you can win, why they aren't prescribing your brand yet, and exactly what would change that. All of it enterprise-grade, secure, and compliant. Ready to see Derin on your own brand? Let's schedule some time to talk. Thank you.